Welcome to the Reality Project. It's an urban farm at Concordia's Loyola campus in Montreal, Canada. Today we're going to be looking at how to design and lay out a mandala garden. Mandala garden is basically a flower-shaped garden that maximizes the amount of grow area for the amount of path area that you have. So today we're going to look at how to put in those paths and then how to maximize your grow area.
The idea is just to create a space where people can come together and create a lot more connection between consumers and farmers, and to make people realize and understand and engage in food and how it is produced and what the inherent value is, and to really appreciate all the work that goes into it and to understand more fully the process.
We're staking out the actual design of a mandala garden that will be the Reality Project for the Loyola Urban Farms project, which is a part of the Food Systems Working Group at Concordia. But what we're doing is we're actually just marking out the center points of each mandala garden using a certain distance that we've calculated, so that we can actually obtain the 2,000 square feet of growing area that we've been approved to use. So here we've marked out the center of our 3 mandalas, and then with that we've marked the center of each mandala, and we're about to mark the extremities of each of those 3 mandalas. With the Food Systems Working Group, I found that this is an excellent initiative that gathers together students, uses the resources that we have and our diversity of different skills to be able to actually start using some of the green space that we have here at the university. One thing that we've done so far with the Food Systems Working Group is we have gotten into the solar house, which has been abandoned for 5 years. And this is a house that was designed to be 100% run on solar energy. So it's an example of sustainability and a transition to a more productive and abundant future that has been left by the wayside. And so instead of letting this just fall to pieces, which many of the community members when we were gardening this year felt very ashamed that it was just not being used. Now it's going to be utilized as a demonstration space. It's going to be utilized for workshops, for education, teaching people about these technologies, and as well about the potential options for food security in an urban lifestyle. What we did just this summer was we implemented 1,500 square feet of urban garden in an area that was simply just grass before. This camera could be the before and after shot. I'm walking a row of trees here. There's nothing yet. This is the beginning camera. This is the beginning of the most valuable transformation that has ever happened.
Why are you doing it, Leonard?
To spread love. To receive love in return. That's why. To create space for community.
Oh, you missed the dolmats, man.
What happened?
This Iranian woman came to the garden. She came last week when we were there.
And she was picking the grape leaves. Remember? Were you there with us? Anyway, she was picking the grape leaves. Maybe Dana was there. And we asked her what she does, and she makes this like rice and meat stuffed grape leaves. She's like, if you're here Friday, I'll bring. She came back on Friday, and she had a little picnic basket with Iranian tea and dolmats and pita.
Wow, seriously?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Incredible. She's so cool. And we're going to get her actually to do a workshop with us and teach all of us how to make them. And we're going to get a little hot plate and actually cook them down there.
And we have the vegetable. Any vegetable you want. The most important is the coriander and the parsley and the basilic, mint. But the mint and basilic, these are just a little. And then we need for this, the onion, we put it in the pan and fry. And I bring it this
cumin?
Cumin.
Turmeric.
Turmeric. Yeah. And with this we fry. And usually I put it the meat on that, but the people said no, they don't want that. But I bring it the mushroom, and the mushroom I put it inside the stuffed meat. And then we paste.
With paste?
We paste.
What about garlic?
Garlic paste and everything. We fry this up, and after that we add the salt and the paste and with the oil. And add the water, a little bit water, and then we add all this together and mix it and put it in the leaves.
Okay, let's do it.
It's easy. And then I chop this. Please.
Food system is basically the series of distribution networks and consumption networks that create a chain from the earth, the ground, where our food is grown, to the animals it's fed to, and all the people involved in getting it from the ground where it's grown to the people who consume it. So that includes obviously distributors and some speculation. Obviously includes farmers, obviously includes individuals making choices about where they get their food, grocers and restaurants.
Very picky.
It's alright when you have a way of doing I think the disconnection, without sounding like a total hippie, is that people have lost the actual experience of food. It's become an input in how they schedule their lives, that they need the energy to go off and produce whatever work it is that they do for their life. And that the idea of the growth of food as a transfer of energy from the world around us, that energy cannot be created or destroyed, obviously, like this idea of thermodynamics, is so lost on most people. And that the idea is really culminated in the slow food movement, the people that are really pushing back against this disconnection and this loss of true connection to where it is that their food comes from. If you look at most culture as it's been developed over the course of human heritage, it's been based obviously on several factors, I'm simplifying, but a lot to do with geography. So if you look at a cuisine, a local cuisine, as being determined by its local geography, I think this speaks to the people and helps define who they are as a people. And this has really been taken away from us. Like, as I said, maliciously or not, I'm not sure, but it's gone. A lot of it's gone. And I think this movement, this slow food movement, this idea of eating locally is, yes, it's a response to environmental concerns, but it's also a concern of identity. It's that we define part of who we are through what it is that we eat. And this is obviously communicated through you are what you eat.
Okay, so like this?
Yeah.
Okay, not too much though, eh? Maybe just like that.
Scoop. Yep.
Is that good?
Oh, so there are two
a little bit more? I love to push them.
But usually you're not.
Yeah, not really.
Okay, it has to be in the center?
Like that.
Okay. Okay.
Just flatten out.
Okay, so we're doing this all the way around.
Everybody try to-
Hi, friends! Just in time.
Hey.
Making doormats.
Good.
Yeah, look at that.
Is that okay?
Grow your own food. Seriously, like start growing your own food, even if it's small things. And I mentioned this as part of like this slow food movement, this pushback against this disconnection. But even if 90% of your meal has to be purchased from a variety of sources, and you're adding a few herbs, you'll take a lot more ownership, a lot more pride over the food that you're creating and that you're giving to the people around you, instead of just, as I said, seeing it as an input for the rest of your life. Rather than the true essence of your existence. So obviously conversation and decisions and information about food choices are very key, but acting on those in ways such as knowing your farmer and growing your own food have to be very seriously considered.
After ready, you put it the paste and the salt and water and oil and pepper. For the sauce on that to boiling. You put it like this. But we don't have the vinegar. And the last one.
And then after that.
Okay. Then we put it like this.
After starting eating, yeah?
The other way?
Chicken as in
همون
همش جانه.
همون خوب بود.
Yeah.
No, it's okay.
Right on.
Yeah.
Like this. Because it's not
So heavy. Heavy enough. Yeah.
not open all the leaves. When they cook like this, they stick together and not open it. And
this open.
leave it for 15 minutes
20, 15.
or 20 as ready.
Okay, so that means back to work.
Everything is
Now the best part.
after eat you have to.
Yeah.